All right. What about now? Can y'all hear me now? Can y'all hear me now? Let me see. Yes, you guys hear me now? Making sure. No sound. Well, he said no sound. Bet you can hear me. Andre, you can hear me. Karma said you can hear me. Okay. Isaac, no problem. You're welcome. Okay. You can hear me now, Melody. Okay, cool. All right. So all right. So we don't really have any news today besides AUD. So we're gonna do AUD news at 9:30, guys. Okay. Hold on. Let me show y'all really quick. Uh, so this is what we're gonna do. All right. So look, 9:30. There is AUD news. Okay. So we're gonna go on the session probably like 9:15 ish. Okay, 9:15 ish for Asian session. So that's only for private students though. That'll be a private Zoom. Okay. And I'll post the link in the chat. Okay. Around 9 o'clock, 9:15. You guys will see the link for the pop-up Asian session. All right. So let me see. Okay. So just want you guys to know that there. And then we're going back to the charts. All right. And the dollar has been really holding these levels here for me. It's really been holding these levels. Okay. Gold's really been holding this sell. Let's see what NAS is doing since it is 9:30. I feel like this thing wants to drop soon. Okay. So let's see here. With the DXY, let's see how it handles this range here, guys. Okay, let's see if it breaks out this range today. Let's see how it handles it. Okay. And that will definitely give us let's go to the 15-minute chart here. Gold looks like it's gonna drip. Let's see, where does it want to go? There's all these lows down here that gold could go to. Let me see. 50, 70 point pips. We kind of missed the retracement a little bit. We kind of missed the retracement here, as you guys can kind of see it. I'm gonna kind of paint the picture for you. So you can kind of see, breaks the structure, comes back, breaks the structure, come back, right? Hopefully you guys can see that. Hopefully it's making a little sense. So for me personally, I'd want to see for gold to pop up a little bit more before I get in. It is a sell, but my entry's bad. Or where market is right here, the entry is bad. If you would have gotten a little higher, you're fine, like 30, 40 pips up. But me personally, I'll wait for a pullback. Just like how, if you remember yesterday with gold, right? It dropped really hard, then pulled back really hard, and then continued the crazy drop. And you say, I'll be caught it here on the crazy pullback on that sell. I would wait for something like that again. Wait for some type of crazy pullback here. Okay. Almost like how it pulled back here, all the way up here. Okay. So that's just a signature of gold. So if you're going to trade gold, that is something that you're going to have to like really realize, understand, and implement. Okay. Let's see what NAS is doing. All right. So from yesterday, NAS held this area really good, right? On New York session, we called this NAS buy. What is NAS going to do today? Is the question. That is the question here. Is NAS going to continue up? It is in a bullish uptrend. It is holding our zones here. So I do like NAS. Oops, my bad. Okay. All right. So this is all right. So we're going to see. We're going to see if this holds because NAS might be a good buy. The dollar is slowly kind of making its way. Let me see what gold is doing. Euro USD. Let's see. Oh, the sell was valid. Let's see. I'm thinking the dollar's going to go up, guys. Honestly, it's going to continue up. I'm thinking the dollar is going to continue up here. And that's going to push gold down. That's going to push gold down. Okay. Dang, I missed my entry on gold. Gold would have been a nice sell-off. Let's see. So with NAS, here are the previous highs here. Here are the previous lows here. And we'll see here how it reacts. All right. I have a question for all y'all, though. Steffi is like that. I don't know if it's my lip. I have a question for everybody here, though. Y'all ready for this question? If I came out with a template for you guys, okay, let me show y'all. Let me know if this is a good idea. All right, I'm just asking for you guys. Hold on. Let me see. Wow. Let me see here. Where's your USD? Okay. Let me ask you guys a question real quick. All right. Okay. Would you actually like? Hold on. Here's the question. Here's the question. Let's do it on a clean chart, though. I don't want to do it on a chart we're looking at. Let's do it on your alt chart. Let's do it on your alt. This will only take a second, guys. Okay. All right. Y'all can hear me, right? So let me know if you think this will be valuable, and I want you guys to put some yeses or nos in the chat for me. But do you think it would be valuable? Okay, if you open up your TradingView or MT4, it could be either or. All right, but essentially, what I could create for you guys, which I am kind of creating already, is basically something that's going to draw certain weekly and daily levels for you automatically. So they will be color coded and also kind of have text in it. So it'll be like, it would be something like this. Oops, maybe not as big. Let's just say something like this. Right. So when you open your chart, it would have your weekly levels, your daily levels, and your intraday levels, basically already mapped out for you, so you can kind of see the levels in the market in different zones without even drawing them. So you kind of know where you are as far as like the higher time frames and intraday time frames, looking at higher time frame support, resistance, all that. Do you guys think that would be valuable to kind of have that done for you automatically? Alicia says, I do that now. Great to have it automated for me. Yeah, I do that as well too. So I'll have like a daily level drawn, a weekly level drawn, and they'll kind of, and they kind of help streamline things. So you can just see how strong certain levels are, because not all levels are the same, right? Not all levels are the same or are going to react the same. Does that make sense? Okay, dollar. I'm liking the dollar. I'm liking the dollar going up, y'all. Hopefully we can catch this gold pullback. This is really what I want, a gold pullback. For some reason, I feel like NAS is going to drop. I just feel like it's very overextended, and we'll see. we'll see as it kind of cracks here. If it cracks this level, then we'll see, which is only about 30 pips, 30 points. Okay. So if NAS really starts to drip from this level and drops, I would say another 20, 30 points, we may have like a really, really good sell-off for NAS where it will drop basically from here all the way down here. So we can catch that possibly maybe for 80 points, 80 pips. So that has potential. That has potential. So we'll look at that. We'll look at gold. And we'll look at Euro USD. Euro USD for the sell also has potential here, guys. Okay. Let me see. So there's a few things that I'm looking at here. Euro USD. Let me see. Let me see the euros. Euro USD for the sell. Okay. Could we do UJ for the buy again today? We could potentially. So I like Euro USD for the sell. All right. UJ for the buy again. So we caught it yesterday. Me personally, I kind of like Euro USD for the sell better. All right. I kind of, if I'm kind of, squaring out here in the macro view, all right, it's just really, really dripping. The dollar, I think, is going to get bullish in the next 30, 40 minutes. By like 10:30, it should really kick in. You see the dollar here is really has a lot of wicks at the bottom here, breaking out this pattern. I do think we should get bullish momentum here. So Euro USD for the sell, gold for the sell, UJ for the buy. And these are my only trades that I like right now. So you can pick one that suits you. To me, the best trades right now, as I see it, are Euro and UJ or UJ. UJ for the buy, EU for the sell. Gold is good for the sell. It's just the entry I don't like. So you can, if you see your own entry that you like, go ahead. I don't see an entry that I like with gold right now, but I do think it's overall bearish. Okay, it is overall bearish here. You guys like the little channel? No, not really. Okay, cool. But anyway, whole thing is, with the template, you will kind of have all those things already drawn for you. So that's what I'm thinking about creating for you guys. Because even for myself, I need it. And I'm like, you know what? I can actually create that and make it for everybody. And, it will actually draw all your levels for you, all your zones for you. So you'll always kind of know where you are in the market. So like if you go to like a random chart GU, right, and it's kind of already marked out, but let's say you go to a naked chart here. There's a lot of things that you can kind of draw here if you wanted. On the 1 hour. So on the 1 hour, you have like weekly highs here. Let's see here. This is like a huge consolidation area here. So that's another very, very strong level, which is why GU hit that level and reversed. So if you knew that this level was very, very strong, and then you saw here around like 3 o'clock, 4 o'clock, it hit that level. Right? You saw how it just popped up for London at GU for a good maybe 30, 40, 50 pips. So it would really only be for super strong levels, basically super, super strong levels that are, so you don't have to do it yourself and it'd be color coded. So you can just use it to your advantage. So I'm actually thinking about creating that for myself because I don't want to sit here and draw all these lines my dang self. So I'm gonna have something do it for me, and the way I like for it to be done. So that's what I'm thinking about, guys. I'm thinking about doing that. I'm thinking about doing that for y'all. Does that sound good? Does that sound like a good idea? Um, so the goal is to have the manager for you guys and a template that kind of can show you all your levels, your key levels automatically. So you're not doing too much technical analysis. You're more just so waiting and being patient. Um, and so, I'm thinking like that's what we can do here because I'm trying to figure out how to automate just more things for everybody. Let's see. All right. Your UJ. Okay. So, what time is it? It is almost 10. Let's see. Yeah, guys. I have the dollar going up. I have it going up from here, and Euro USD is probably. I guess we'll see. GU has potential to drop. AU maybe has potential. Depends. UJ isn't too bad. So yeah, there's like a bunch of different opportunities. There's a bunch of different opportunities here. All right. So I like the UJ buy setup. I like the EU sell, and I think they're good entries now. So if you didn't get in, I think they are still valid entries right now. EU for the sell, UJ for the buy. I'm still waiting for gold. NAS is dropping. So I want NAS to really break the structure before I really get into NAS. So if you guys can kind of see this, I really wanted to break out. Okay. So I'm waiting for that. I'm waiting for that. And yeah, I think you give these trades a good hour or two, they should pan out. By 11 o'clock, they should be in pretty good profit. A good hour from now, All right. So that's kind of what I'm looking at, guys, right now. Is mainly UJ. UJ is looking really clean. I'm liking UJ the best, actually. Well, EU and UJ, they both look good. So pick one of them. Pick one of them, but they both look good, guys. Let me see. Let me see. Then we have Euro. Again, you guys can figure out your own crystal clean entries if you want. You know, if you want to wait. But I like these two setups right now. So I'm not really being too greedy here. You know, if I grab a good 20 pips out of each of these moves, I'll be happy. UJ can easily hit maybe 30, 40 pips, honestly, though. Okay. Shell said we got us. She said you love being spoiled. Y'all crazy, man. Y'all funny. Okay. Y'all funny. But yes, the point is to do that for y'all. That is the point. The point is to figure out the best ways to automate everything that we're doing so it's not as labor intensive. And the more automation that you have to your trading, the more consistent you're going to be. Right, guys? So, like, the more of a routine you have in your trading, the more systems you have in your trading, the better you're going to be in general. Not just in trading, but in life, honestly. Right. So I think that's a big deal. And something I really overlooked, guys. I'm being really open and transparent. Like I'm telling you, like I used to think like, oh no, I don't want automation in my trading. I want to do everything manual, and you know, I want to do it all by on my own and by myself. And you know, it's a wrong way to look at it. It's definitely a wrong way to look at the market. It is. Because if you're good enough and you know what you're doing, then the only thing you need to do is really find a way to really automate and systematize what you are doing. Right. So maybe all of you guys aren't at my level because I have so many years in the freaking game that it makes no dang sense. And I don't expect you to because you guys don't have 8 years of trading, of Forex trading specifically. Well, I don't have 8 years of Forex trading. I think I have like maybe 6 years of actual Forex trading. Okay. But still, y'all get my point. Okay. Instead of going through all of that, you can leverage what I know and use what I built to just escalate your own growth. Right. So there's a particular way that me and Max look at the market. both of us. So what we're trying to really focus on TTA for you guys is automating that, so your technical analysis can really be really easy, and then your management of your trades can be really easy. And so if you have the combination of both of those things, where your technical analysis is pretty easy because you have certain tools to help you analyze correctly and accurately, and you have also tools to help you manage your trades accurately and properly, well, I think that's really all you need, right? That's really all you need as a trader. Right now your trading can really become very systematized, systematic, and consistent. Right? The more systems you have in place, the easier it is to become consistent every single week. Right? So, I just want you guys to think about that. Like, do you have a system? Do you have a routine with your trading? Do you have something in place that holds you accountable for your trading? Do you have something in place that's going to hold you accountable? Because everyone needs that. Trust me. Everybody needs it. Not just me, not just Max. Everybody needs a system. You're not going to win this game not having a system. It's just not possible. You have to have something in place that's going to hold you to the rules that you set up for yourself so that you don't break them. All right? Because if left to our own devices, I think us as a human species will mess up a lot. Okay? Meaning, like, emotions will get in the way of everything for us. So let's look at the trades really quick. EU looking good. Entries clean. UJ's looking good. Entries clean. All right. And those are the two trades we're in, guys. New York session's been going good. Asian session was a little tricky yesterday. I'm a little upset over it, but your boy is gonna redeem himself. I'm not gonna lie. They kind of played me yesterday on Asian, but it's all good. It's all good. All right, but I do like both of these setups here. I do like it. Okay, everything is looking good. Let's look at the dollar. Dollar's pumping up as expected. Here we go. Now we just have to figure out, okay, oops. Now, or actually, let me ask you guys, what do we have to figure out now? So the dollar's going up. What's next? What do we got to figure out, y'all? Somebody talk to me. I'm bored. Entertain me, somebody. I'm bored, schmort. Lakia said, is there a link to get it, or should I email the Trade Authority? Just email us, Lakia. Just email us. Let me see. Is gold golding, Pam? Let me see. Is gold moving? Let's go. Is gold golding? Let's see. Oh, gold hit the first TP, basically. Oh, smashed. Gold hit the first TP. Yeah, it should be going down. Gold should be going down. I didn't really get a good entry on it, but it hit the first TP for me right here, based off these zones down here. Let's look at NAS. Let's see NAS. NAS is still playing around. Let me put an alert here because I want to know when NAS breaks structure right there. That's going to be very important. Must NAS break structure right there. UJ is moving very nice. We'll see how it closes. Hmm, 15, which is 9. UJ is looking good. Let's look at the dollar. Dollar looks good. Okay. So UJ looks good. Euro looks good. AU for the sell. Let me see AU. AU is looking better, but I like EU better. Okay. So I'll rock with you guys for like another 10 minutes, 10, 15. But I'm pretty much going to be holding these trades for the next hour, 2, 3 hours. We'll see. All right. But yeah, so the next thing that we're going to be looking for, I see the comments, and the next thing that we're going to be looking for is really on the dollar. When is it going to reverse here? So let's go to 4 hour. I really like, let's see, these levels up here. So I think that the dollar is going to do something like this today. Okay. So this is what I'm thinking, that dollar is going to trace a little bit, come back down here, and then start to get bullish again. And kind of on its second wave up or third wave up, it's going to come to these highs, and that will kind of be the move for the day once it's kind of like around these highs up here. So I feel like that's gonna be the move after this next kind of bullish momentum, after it kind of kicks in one more time, one or two more times, depending on how strong the move wants to be. Depending on how strong it wants to be. Okay. So you can kind of draw your zone here. I'll just draw my zone so you can kind of see. So y'all can kind of see what I'm looking at here. Okay. All right. So this is what I'm looking at. This is what I'm looking at here on the dollar. So, it's not only about getting good entries. It's also about understanding where the exits are. Where's the market trying to go here, right? So it's not good enough just to get in at a good entry. You have to know, okay, well, where's the market trying to go, right? There's always a finish line somewhere. Right. So if you can kind of gauge to the good a good area where it wants to go, you're not going to be perfect all the time. My exits are not perfect all the time, but if you can get a good gauge as to where the market wants to go and it kind of goes to that general area, then you'll do pretty well. You'll do pretty well. Okay. Let's see. ADs are bearish. Euros are kind of just pulling up a little bit. JPYs are overall bullish. So UJs is still looking really good. Euros are just pulling back. And I'm thinking that the dollar will kind of pull back to our previous zone here, and we'll see how it handles that area. And once it kind of does that, I think we'll have the momentum that we want for the rest of the day. So I kind of just want to wait to see what happens here. So let's see. So UJ is still good. EU is kind of back to entry, right? Back to kind of this overall zone here, which is very much fine. I don't even mind if it goes up a little bit higher. That's still fine to me, as long as it really doesn't break this upper level here. Then Euro's still pretty valid. So as long as it kind of holds the overall structure here, then Euro's still pretty good. Okay, so everything is still valid. I like it, guys. Euro is rejecting this level, so as long as it holds this rejection right around this area, I do think it is still good. UJ this here is still holding, so I think it's still good. And really, what we're waiting for is just the dollar to pull back at some point and start to get bullish, which we can possibly expect it around, around this zone here. We should be getting bullish around this area according to the fibs here. Yeah, let's see. NAS never really broke my structure here. NAS really never broke structure, so NAS was just very choppy today, huh? NAS was not fun. So I didn't really see anything with NAS today. Gold continued to drop, but as you guys see, it hit that level, hit the zone perfectly, and then pop back up. With gold, you just have to be very cognizant of those areas, guys, because gold again, this is a very fast bear. It moves very, very fast. So that's why I said, like, hit the area the first TP was hit. Make sure you secure something if you took it. I was in gold because I didn't like the entry, but I knew it was going to drop. So let's look inch. Let's look at euro. And UJ. And all we're really waiting for at this point is just for the dollar to get bullish in between one of these two zones, this upper one or this middle one down here. One of these two, the DXY kind of has to hold as far as what I want to see. And that will be like the real crystal clean entry, honestly, or re-entry. So this could be a re-entry for UJ once the dollar gets bullish around this area. I would say UJ would be another buy setup potential. And then same thing with EU, it would be another sell potential here once we get this dollar bullishness to kick in around this area. Right? So I would be patient, just wait. And those would be like really, really good entries. Gold, we're not touching anymore. NAS is like choppy. GU, let's see here. Let's see. So I'm going to hold on to both of my trades. And even EU, I would make sure not to have a super tight stop loss because I would have it at least above, well, mine is like 20 pips, but I might make it like 22, just above here a little bit, because it really shouldn't break at this level here. As far as it going up, it should reject somewhere around here. Somewhere around here is where I'm looking for the rejection of euro to hold. If it holds that, then okay, we're good. It's going to drop. If it breaks this high, though, that's when I would start to get out. For UJ, I don't think UJ is going to fully retrace, but it should hold this area here. Okay. So let's see here. 1, 930. So definitely watch how it handles this level here, guys. On the dollar. Let's go to the 15-minute real quick. We measure this move. This is like, let me see here. 61 level. So we'll see how it holds. AJ. Let's look at oil. Okay. What's this? Chef's APY. Huh. Chef's APY is moving, y'all. I'm kind of jealous. Let me see. AJ. Where's EJ? EJ. All the JPYs are overall bullish. All of them. All of them are super bullish. They're super bullish. Super, super bullish. Okay. Give me a second, guys. All right. Let's look at the dollar now. So before I let you guys go, this is what we want to see here. So I'll at least wait for this 5-minute close on the DXY. This is what I want to see. See, it basically came back to the 2-point here. So UJ here, still looking valid. EU here, still looking valid. Okay. So you see how it just takes a little bit of patience, guys. Sometimes the market isn't going to move the way you want to. But if you just understand zones, market structure, and your technical analysis pretty well, you don't really panic. You're like, okay, it's just a pullback. Pullbacks happen. All your entries aren't going to be perfect. That doesn't mean that you have to exit the trade or completely close the trade because your entry isn't perfect. That wouldn't be true. Okay. Not every time is your entry going to be immaculate. Um, all right. So this is, let's see here how it closes. Okay, this 5-minute closure is looking good. Let's see. So, all right. So I'm about to hop off, guys, but I'm going to give you guys a breakdown so you understand. All right. So the DXY is slowly, right, kind of channeling, breaking out this initial wedge pattern, pulled back into the zone, right? Broke out, pulled back into this area. So all I want to see now is for this level to be respected and for the DXY to push up. Okay. So if we can get that, in the next maybe 20, 30 minutes, then I do think the DXY is going to push up the rest of the day. If it doesn't, if it just consolidates around this area, then I would get out because maybe it's going to get too late to stay in the trade. Okay. So that's how I would look at this. Watch how the DXY holds this level. If it holds it, starts pushing up, then we're good. If not, then to start slowly exiting these trades. And if it gets too late, if it gets to like 11:30, 12 o'clock, 1 o'clock, and these trades are just like consolidating, then definitely get out because you don't want to be stuck in consolidation for the rest of the day. That's not going to be fun. Okay. So everything's still valid in my book. EU still valid. Pulled back to the 2 point. As you see, it's holding. UJ still valid. You can look at it like this. 1, 2. Continuation like that. Right. So it's the natural flows of the market. Right. It's going to go up. It's going to come down. There's going to be buyers, sellers. Right. So you're never going to always have a perfect entry, but you really just have to understand the overall direction it's going to go in. That's going to be the key. All right. So good session, guys. Everything went well. Gold. Let me see the NAS. NAS didn't really do anything. And I would just monitor the dollar until like 11 o'clock. I'd give this like maybe 30 minutes to see what it does. For me personally. So for me, one of my rules is like usually about 11 o'clock, but I would give these until maybe between 11 11:30 because this was a later move. But if between 11 and 11:30 you're not profit, I cut my losses. So even if I'm just down 2, 3, 4 pips, $5 doesn't matter. I cut it. I cut it. Okay. That's just me. Again, you guys have to figure out your own rules and how you manage your trades. My rules aren't perfect either. I'm just letting you know what I do so that if you want to manage it the way I manage, you kind of have ideas as to what I look for. So I don't like to be in drawdown after 11:30. The only time I'm holding trades at that point is if I'm in profit. That's it. That's the only time I'm going to hold trades past like 11:30 is if I'm in profit. If not, then I close them. All right. So I will catch you guys later on Asian session. Monitor how this DXY zone is held. I'm sorry. All right. So I'll catch you guys tomorrow. Or, well, no, actually not y'all tomorrow, but all right, guys. So that's really it. We'll see how these levels hold here. By like 20, 30 minutes, you should see the momentum start to kick in. If it's just consolidating, that's a bad thing. All right. So if it just consolidates here for, let's say, 30, 40 minutes, not good. You should see some type of momentum with the dollar kick in next 20, 30 minutes, I say. If not, then it's going to just consolidate for the rest of the day, which won't be fun. All right. So I'll see you guys later on Asian, and I'll see you on Friday for the YouTube class. All right. Take care, guys. See you later. Peace.